What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This video here is just going to be a quick little update of a few things that I picked up over the last month. I might be a few things in here from late August, but all of September. I didn't pick up quite as much as I was hoping I was going to pick up. You know how those things happen. You know, things come up. You got to take care of your priorities. But yeah, pretty much grabbed a lot of quality things. I didn't grab too much crap or anything like that. A few things I still yet to check out, but let's hop right into this. Let's start it off with the DVDs. So first up is a movie that I'm surprised I didn't own yet. It's a little fun 80s ghost / creature feature film, and that is House. Yeah, this is a blast of a film, man. Highly enjoyable, man. Like everything about this, it's just cheesy fun. Highly recommend this movie if you've never seen it before. I've yet to check out the sequel, though. I gotta grab it. Sometimes it's a little hard to find. Some places have it really cheap. Some places have kind of expensive. I know it comes in a double pack, but I'm not gonna grab that since I grabbed the individual version of part one. I paid a couple, like $2.50, $3 for this. Not a bad deal for this film. Really great. Kind of hope one day maybe this film might hit Blu-ray or something. Kind of deserves it. Be cool to check out some features and everything about it. Yeah, that's House. Alright, next up is a film I've yet to finish watching. To be quite honest with you, I really wasn't into it after the first 10 minutes of it, so I turned it off. And that is All Sinners Night. I believe this is maybe like a really super low budget home invasion film. Might be a little mixed slasher or something. Not quite sure. Like I said, I only watched the first 10 minutes of it and it appeared to be pretty bad. But I'm going to try to give it another watch, see what I think about it. Never judge a book by its cover, but it's got a pretty cool cover. First few minutes of this movie, not pretty cool, but it is what it is. Check it out eventually, and that is All Sinners Night. Alright, next up is a film that I did a review on my channel for, part of my Body Count series. A great little modern slasher film, and that is Hazard Jack. Yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about this. Like I said, I did a review. It's in my playlist there. Check out that review to hear more of my thoughts on it. Yeah, that's Hazard Jack. Good little modern slasher film. Alright, next up is a film that I had to own because it's one of my favorite zombie films of all time. And that is Return of the Living Dead Part 2. This isn't a bad Trent DVD version of it. It kind of sucks that it doesn't have the original music or anything like that. It doesn't really make the film too different or anything like that. But yeah, it's just a great, fun sequel to the original. Pretty corny in some parts, but I highly enjoyed this film. I've always liked this one. When I was younger, I actually kind of preferred this one over the original one, but over time, the original one became one of my favorite zombie films of all time. But yeah, Return of the Living Dead Part 2, great film, man. Great sequel. Alright, next up is, I'm probably going to butcher this title because I'm tired as hell. And that is Terror, whatever, yo. Tired as hell, man. I've been up since like 5:30 this morning, man. This is from Scream Factory and IFC Midnight. It's a great little alien film by the Vicious Brothers. I've highly enjoyed their first two films, Grave Encounters 1 and 2. It's a great follow-up film. Different from Grave Encounters, but I really did think this film was well done and it's a blast. I can't wait to check out what else they got coming up. They're pretty good up-and-coming directors, that's for sure. If they keep making movies like this, be a big fan of theirs for a while. Alright, next up is a film that I picked up at Best Buy a couple weeks ago when it came out, and that is The Bloodlands. I believe this is like a Swedish horror film. Sweden? I don't know, one of those countries up there. It's pretty decent. It wasn't the greatest home invasion film I've ever seen. It's definitely not the worst one. Yeah, I don't know. I have to give this another watch to like actually gather some real thoughts on it. First time it was felt a little slow in some parts and a little weird and boring in some parts, but I don't know. I check it out at your own risk. Like I said, I'll give it another watch. Maybe I'll do a review or something. Who knows? And that is The Bloodlands. Alright, next up is a film that I seen when it came out. So I decided to grab the DVD copy of it. Surprised I didn't own it as well, but that's a pretty good modern horror film, man. And that is The Orphan. Paid maybe like $1 for this used. And this is a real creepy killer kid film. It's got a pretty cool premise. I like the twist in it at the end. I'm not quite sure. Maybe to a lot of other people it might have been predictable, but it kind of caught me off guard. Really wasn't expecting it. I highly recommend this film if you haven't checked it out before. It's a blast, man. Especially for like one of these modern horror films like this. It's pretty well done, man. That is Orphan. All right, next up for the DVDs, we got a film that I seen a while ago too when it came out on Netflix, and I was a big fan of it then. So I decided to grab the DVD. Yet again, I paid maybe like $1.50, $2 for this film used, and that is The Bay. This is a great found footage film, man. I wasn't sure going into it when I first saw it on Netflix that I was gonna like it or not, but it was highly recommended. A lot of people say it was good, so I checked it out, and I really enjoyed this film. It's a blast. It's basically it's more like an environmental horror film. It has something to do with the water. It's contracting some kind of disease to people and stuff like that. But it's a blast of a film, man. I haven't checked it out since I picked up the DVD, but I'm going to give this another watch soon, real soon. See if my thoughts on it are the same or not. Alright, I believe finally for the DVDs we got a classic remake to one of the best films of all time, and it's probably one of the best remakes of all time, and that is the Night of the Living Dead remake. Great remake, man. 1990. It's got Tony Todd, directed by Tom Savini. Pretty much a shot-for-shot remake. They did switch up some of the story and some of the plot to it and everything like that, but it's a great remake, man. I really enjoyed this film. If you haven't checked out the remake, I don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing, man. This is a blast of a film. Great effect, great gores. It's done by Tom Savini, man. You can't go too wrong with that. So yeah, that's it for the DVDs.